Introduction. Imagine a version of yourself that is wise, compassionate, and unshaken by the chaos of daily life. A version of you that knows the path to your greatest fulfillment. This is your higher self, the purest expression of who you truly are, beyond the layers of doubt, fear, and societal conditioning. Connecting with your higher self is not about becoming someone else. It's about uncovering the essence of who you've always been. In our fast-paced, externally focused world, many of us feel disconnected, not only from others but from ourselves. We rely on external achievements, relationships, and possessions to define our worth, yet something always feels missing. This void is often a call from within, an invitation to reconnect with the higher self. The journey to your higher self is not a destination but a process of self-discovery and alignment. It involves peeling back the layers of false identity and tuning into the wisdom that resides within you. This connection brings clarity, purpose, and an inner peace that no external validation can replicate. This book is your guide to building that connection. You'll learn to recognize the subtle whispers of intuition, overcome the barriers that block your self-awareness, and integrate spiritual practices into your daily life. Whether you're just beginning your journey or looking to deepen an existing connection, the tools and insights in these pages will empower you to step into your highest potential. As you read, you may experience moments of resistance or doubt. This is part of the process. Growth often requires us to confront what we've outgrown, and connecting with your higher self is no different. Trust in the process and, more importantly, trust in yourself. Your higher self is always present, always guiding you. The question is not whether you can connect, but whether you are ready to listen. Are you ready to uncover the limitless possibilities that await within? Let's begin this transformative journey together. Chapter 1. Understanding the Higher Self. To connect with your higher self, you must first understand what it is and how it operates in your life. The higher self is not a distant entity or something separate from you. It is the deepest, truest version of yourself. It is the part of you that is free from fear, ego, and limitation, a source of boundless wisdom, love, and intuition. The concept of the higher self across traditions. The idea of the higher self is not new. It has been explored in various forms across spiritual traditions. In Hinduism, it is referred to as the Atman, the eternal self that connects to the universal consciousness. In Christianity, it resonates with the divine spark or the presence of God within. Indigenous cultures often view it as the soul's connection to nature and the universe. These perspectives share a common theme. The higher self is a guiding force, rooted in truth and love, that transcends the physical and material aspects of existence. Ego versus higher self. To understand the higher self, it's helpful to distinguish it from the ego. The ego is the part of you that identifies with your name, job, relationships, and societal roles. It focuses on survival, status, and control. While the ego serves a necessary purpose in navigating the material world, it often overshadows the voice of your higher self, leading to feelings of fear, insecurity, or discontent. In contrast, the higher self is limitless and non-judgmental. It views challenges as opportunities for growth and sees everyone as interconnected. When you operate from your higher self, you act from a place of love, wisdom, and authenticity rather than fear or competition. Signs of disconnection from your higher self. Many people go through life feeling a subtle sense of dissatisfaction, not realizing it stems from a disconnection with their higher self. Here are some common signs. Chronic doubt and confusion, feeling unsure about your path or constantly second-guessing your decisions. Emotional turmoil, experiencing frequent anxiety, frustration, or sadness without a clear cause. A lack of purpose, struggling to find meaning or fulfillment in your daily activities. Unhealthy patterns, repeating toxic behaviors, relationships, or thought patterns. If any of these resonate with you, take heart. It's not a sign that something is wrong with you. It's simply a call to reconnect with the deeper wisdom within. The role of awareness in reconnection. The first step in connecting with your higher self is cultivating awareness. Many of us go through life on autopilot, driven by routine and external demands. The higher self communicates through intuition, dreams, and subtle nudges, but these can be easy to miss if your mind is cluttered or distracted. To heighten your awareness, start paying attention to your inner dialogue. Are your thoughts supportive or critical? Your emotions. What feelings come up in certain situations, and what might they be pointing you toward? Your intuition. Do you have gut feelings that you often ignore or rationalize away? By becoming more present and attuned to your inner world, you open the door to communication with your higher self. The invitation to begin the journey. Understanding your higher self is not about striving to become someone else. It's about remembering and reconnecting with who you already are. It is an invitation to let go of the illusions and fears that hold you back and step into the fullness of your potential. In the chapters ahead, we will explore practical tools and techniques to deepen this connection. For now, take a moment to reflect. When do you feel most aligned, joyful, or at peace? What small steps can you take to honor the voice of your higher self today? The journey to understanding your higher self begins with curiosity and a willingness to explore. As you embark on this path, know that everything you need is already within you, waiting to be discovered. Chapter 2. Preparing for the journey. Connecting with your higher self is a transformative process, but it requires a foundation of openness, self-awareness, and intentional preparation. Just as you wouldn't embark on a journey without the right tools and mindset, aligning with your higher self involves clearing mental clutter, setting intentions, and creating a space for growth. This chapter focuses on the essential steps to prepare for this life-changing journey. Cultivating an open and receptive mindset. The first step in preparing to connect with your higher self is to cultivate an open and receptive mindset. This means being willing to let go of preconceived notions, self-doubt, and the fear of change. Embracing the unknown. The higher self operates beyond the limitations of the logical mind. This can feel uncomfortable if you're used to relying solely on logic and external validation. Approach this journey with curiosity, allowing yourself to explore without judgment. Releasing resistance. Resistance often arises in the form of skepticism or fear of failure. To overcome this, remind yourself that this is a natural part of growth. Practice affirmations such as, "I am open to receiving guidance from my higher self," to help shift your mindset. Clearing limiting beliefs and mental blocks. Limiting beliefs are self-imposed barriers that prevent you from fully accessing your higher self. These beliefs often stem from past experiences, societal conditioning, or fear-based thinking. Identifying limiting beliefs. Start by examining your thoughts and patterns. Ask yourself, what do I believe about my ability to connect with my higher self? Are there fears or doubts holding me back? Where did these beliefs come from? Reframing limiting beliefs. Once identified, work to reframe these beliefs into empowering ones. For example, instead of "I'm not spiritual enough," affirm, "I am inherently connected to my higher self." Instead of "I don't deserve guidance," affirm, "I am worthy of love, wisdom, and growth." Setting intentions for deeper self-connection. Intentions are the bridge between thought and action. By setting clear, heartfelt intentions, you signal to your higher self and the universe that you are ready to align with your truest self. How to set intentions. 1. Be specific. What do you hope to achieve through this connection? Clarity, peace, guidance, or something else? 2. Make it positive. Frame your intention in terms of what you want to cultivate, not what you want to avoid. 3. Write it down. Putting your intention on paper solidifies your commitment and serves as a reminder of your purpose. Example intentions. I intend to connect with my higher self to gain clarity on my life's purpose. I intend to align with my higher self to live authentically and fully. Creating a supportive environment. Your external environment plays a significant role in your ability to connect with your higher self. A cluttered or chaotic space can mirror a cluttered mind, making it harder to tune in. Designing a sacred space. Dedicate a small area in your home for spiritual practice. This could be a corner with a cushion for meditation, a table with meaningful objects, or a simple space free of distractions. Include items that inspire you, such as crystals, candles, plants, or a journal. Establishing routines. Incorporate consistent practices into your daily routine. Whether it's meditating in the morning, journaling at night, or practicing gratitude throughout the day, consistency helps build momentum. Practicing self-compassion. The journey to your higher self is not linear. There will be moments of doubt, frustration, or feeling stuck. Practicing self-compassion ensures you remain patient and kind to yourself throughout the process. Tips for self-compassion. Remind yourself that growth takes time. Treat setbacks as opportunities for learning, not failure. Celebrate small victories, such as moments of insight or calmness. Building a foundation of trust. Trust is an essential component of this journey. Trust in your own intuition, trust in the process, and trust in your higher self's guidance. Ways to cultivate trust. Reflect on past experiences where you followed your intuition and it led to positive outcomes. Practice small acts of trust daily, like making a decision based on your gut feeling. Affirm to yourself, I trust the wisdom of my higher self. The commitment to growth. Preparation is not a one-time event. It's an ongoing commitment to growth and self-awareness. By taking the time to clear mental clutter, set intentions, and cultivate trust, you lay the groundwork for a meaningful connection with your higher self. As you move forward, remember that preparation is as much about letting go as it is about building up. Let go of what no longer serves you, old beliefs, fears, and distractions, and embrace the infinite possibilities that come with aligning with your higher self. You are ready. The journey has already begun. Chapter 3. Practices for connecting with your higher self. Connecting with your higher self is not an abstract process. It is a practice that requires intention and consistency. By incorporating simple yet profound methods into your daily routine, you can create a bridge to your higher self, strengthening your intuition, clarity, and sense of purpose. This chapter explores various practices to help you build and sustain this connection. 1. Meditation techniques. Meditation is one of the most powerful tools for accessing your higher self. It allows you to quiet the mind, transcend the noise of the ego, and tune into the wisdom within. Guided meditations. For beginners, guided meditations are an excellent starting point. These audio journeys help you focus your mind and visualize meeting your higher self. Imagine yourself in a serene space, a forest, a beach, or a temple, where your higher self appears and communicates with you. Mindfulness meditation. Mindfulness involves paying attention to the present moment without judgment. By observing your thoughts, emotions, and sensations, you can distinguish between the ego's chatter and the calm, loving guidance of your higher self. Breath work. Breath work can deepen your meditation practice by calming the nervous system and expanding your awareness. Techniques like deep belly breathing or alternate nostril breathing can help you enter a meditative state more easily. 2. Journaling for inner dialogue. Journaling is a powerful way to engage in a dialogue with your higher self. By putting your thoughts on paper, you create space for intuitive insights to emerge. Prompts for connecting with your higher self. What does my higher self want me to know today? What areas of my life need alignment with my true self? How can I approach this challenge from a place of love and wisdom? Write freely, without judgment or overthinking. Over time, you may notice patterns, symbols, or phrases that feel guided or inspired. Automatic writing. Automatic writing involves setting an intention to connect with your higher self, then allowing the pen to flow without conscious thought. Start with a simple question such as, "What guidance do you have for me today?" and see what emerges. 3. Creative expression. The act of creation can be a direct channel to your higher self. Engaging in activities that inspire you, whether painting, dancing, writing, or playing music, opens a portal to your inner wisdom. Why creativity connects you. Creativity bypasses the analytical mind and taps into the intuitive, imaginative parts of your consciousness. It allows you to express your soul's essence and uncover truths you might not access through logic alone. How to begin? Choose a creative activity that feels joyful or intriguing and approach it with a sense of playfulness. Let go of perfectionism and focus on the process, not the outcome. You may find that your higher self communicates through the symbols, colors, or ideas that arise. 4. Spending time in nature. Nature is a powerful conduit for connecting with your higher self. The natural world operates in harmony and balance, mirroring the state your higher self embodies. Practices in nature. Take a mindful walk, paying attention to the sights, sounds, and sensations around you. Sit quietly under a tree or by a body of water, allowing your mind to settle and your awareness to expand. Practice grounding by walking barefoot on grass or sand, connecting physically and energetically with the earth. In these moments of stillness, you may feel a sense of unity with all life and hear the quiet whispers of your higher self. 5. Affirmations and mantras. Affirmations and mantras are tools to reprogram your subconscious mind and align it with the energy of your higher self. Repeating positive statements or sacred sounds can help you shift from self-doubt to self-empowerment. Examples of affirmations. I am deeply connected to my higher self. I trust the wisdom that flows through me. I align with my highest purpose and truth. Using mantras. Mantras, such as the Sanskrit sound Om, carry vibrational frequencies that resonate with higher states of consciousness. Chanting or listening to mantras can elevate your energy and facilitate a connection with your higher self. 6. Visualization exercises. Visualization involves creating mental images that help you connect with your higher self. It's a simple yet effective way to strengthen your spiritual connection. Higher self visualization. 1. Sit in a comfortable position and close your eyes. 2. Imagine a light glowing at the center of your chest, expanding with each breath. 3. Visualize this light forming into a radiant, loving version of yourself, your higher self. 4. Ask this version of you for guidance and listen for any words, feelings, or impressions. Repeat this practice regularly to strengthen your connection. 7. Practicing gratitude. Gratitude raises your vibration and aligns you with the energy of your higher self. By focusing on what you're thankful for, you shift from a mindset of lack to one of abundance and joy. Daily gratitude ritual. At the end of each day, write down 3 things you're grateful for. They can be big or small. What matters is the feeling of appreciation. Over time, this practice can help you view life through the lens of your higher self. Bringing it all together. Each of these practices offers a pathway to your higher self, and you don't need to master them all at once. Start with 1 or 2 that resonate with you, and gradually build your routine. The key is consistency and intention. Remember, your higher self is always accessible. These practices simply help you quiet the noise and tune in. With time, you'll find that connecting with your higher self becomes as natural as breathing, a source of wisdom and guidance that's always within reach. Chapter 4. Aligning with your higher self. Once you've established practices to connect with your higher self, the next step is aligning your thoughts, actions, and choices with its wisdom. Alignment is about living authentically and embodying the guidance you receive, allowing the higher self to shape your life in meaningful ways. This chapter explores practical ways to recognize, trust, and act on your higher self's insights. Recognizing intuitive guidance. The higher self often communicates through intuition, the quiet inner voice or feeling that nudges you towards certain actions or decisions. Learning to recognize and trust these signals is key to alignment. How intuition feels. Calm and neutral. Intuitive guidance often feels steady and unemotional, unlike the fear or urgency that may accompany ego-driven thoughts. Repeated patterns. You may notice recurring symbols, dreams, or messages pointing you in a specific direction. Gut feelings. Physical sensations, such as a sense of ease or discomfort, can indicate whether something aligns with your higher self. Exercises to strengthen intuition. 1. Pause before deciding. When faced with a decision, take a moment to breathe deeply and ask yourself how each option feels. 2. Practice awareness. Keep a journal of intuitive experiences to track how they guide you. 3. Trust small choices. Start by following your intuition on minor matters, like choosing what to eat or which route to take, and build confidence over time. Making choices aligned with your authentic self. Your higher self always seeks to guide you toward your highest good, even if the path requires courage or change. Aligning with this wisdom means making choices that reflect your true values and desires. Identifying authentic choices. Does it feel expansive? Choices aligned with your higher self often bring a sense of possibility and growth. Is it rooted in love or fear? Ask yourself if your decision comes from a place of self-love and trust or fear and insecurity. Does it reflect your truth? Consider whether your choice aligns with who you are and what you genuinely want. Overcoming fear of change. Aligning with your higher self may require stepping outside your comfort zone. To navigate fear, remind yourself, change is a natural part of growth. Your higher self will never lead you astray. Temporary discomfort is a small price for long-term fulfillment. Practicing gratitude and self-compassion. Gratitude and self-compassion are powerful tools for maintaining alignment with your higher self. They help shift your perspective, elevate your energy, and keep you centered in the present moment. Daily gratitude practice. Take a few minutes each day to reflect on what you're grateful for, no matter how small. Gratitude helps you focus on abundance and trust, aligning you with the positive energy of your higher self. Cultivating self-compassion. When challenges arise, practice kindness toward yourself. Forgive mistakes and honor your efforts, knowing that every step brings you closer to alignment. Navigating relationships from a higher self perspective. Relationships play a significant role in your alignment journey. Viewing others through the lens of your higher self encourages deeper, more authentic connections. Practices for aligned relationships. Release judgment. See others as reflections of their own journeys, rather than judging or comparing. Set healthy boundaries. Acting from your higher self means respecting your needs while maintaining compassion for others. Communicate honestly. Speak and act from a place of authenticity, even when it feels vulnerable. Recognizing misalignment in relationships. If a relationship consistently feels draining or restrictive, it may no longer align with your higher self. Consider whether it can be healed or if letting go would serve your growth. Embracing synchronicities and flow. When you align with your higher self, life often begins to feel more synchronized. Opportunities, ideas, and people appear at the right time, guiding you toward your path with ease. Recognizing synchronicities. You repeatedly encounter symbols, numbers, or themes that hold personal significance. Unforeseen opportunities arise that align with your goals or desires. Encounters with people or events feel too coincidental to ignore. Trusting the flow of life. Synchronicities are reminders that you are on the right path. Trusting the flow of life means surrendering control and allowing your higher self to guide you, even when the outcome is uncertain. Reflecting and adjusting. Alignment is not a one-time event. It's an ongoing process of reflection and adjustment. As you grow and evolve, your understanding of your higher self deepens and your alignment strengthens. Regular self-check-ins. Ask yourself, am I acting in alignment with my highest values? What adjustments can I make to live more authentically? How do I feel about the decisions I've made recently? Celebrating progress. Honor your growth by celebrating the ways you've aligned with your higher self, no matter how small. Recognize that every step forward is a victory. Living in alignment. Living in alignment with your higher self doesn't mean life will always be easy, but it does mean you'll approach challenges with clarity, resilience, and purpose. It means living authentically, guided by the love and wisdom that reside within you. By practicing intuitive awareness, making authentic choices, and trusting the flow of life, you become a living expression of your higher self. This alignment not only transforms your life, but also radiates outward, inspiring others to connect with their own higher selves. The more you align, the more you realize everything you've been seeking has always been within you. Chapter 5. Overcoming Barriers to Connection. The journey to connect with your higher self is deeply rewarding, but it is not without challenges. Doubts, fears, and distractions can create barriers that make the process feel difficult or even impossible at times. This chapter will guide you through identifying and overcoming these obstacles so you can maintain a clear and consistent connection with your higher self. Understanding common barriers. Before addressing how to overcome barriers, it's important to recognize them. Common challenges to connecting with your higher self include 1. Self-doubt. You might question whether your higher self is real or whether you are capable of connecting with it. This doubt can block the trust needed for deeper alignment. 2. Fear of change. The wisdom of your higher self often encourages growth and transformation, which can feel intimidating or overwhelming. 3. Ego interference. The ego thrives on control, fear, and separation. It may resist the idea of a higher self, dismissing intuitive guidance as irrational or insignificant. 4. Busyness or overwhelm. In a fast-paced world, constant distractions and demands on your time can make it difficult to create the stillness necessary for connection. 5. Unresolved emotional wounds. Past traumas or unresolved emotions can act as blocks, clouding your ability to access the clarity and love of your higher self. 1. Cultivating trust in your inner guidance. Building trust in small steps. Begin with small exercises to build trust in your intuition and higher self. For example, start your day by asking your higher self for guidance on something simple, like how to prioritize tasks. Follow intuitive nudges and note the outcomes, even if they seem minor at first. Affirmations for trust. Repeat affirmations such as, I trust the guidance of my higher self. I am connected to infinite wisdom within me. Over time, these affirmations can help rewire doubt into confidence. 2. Navigating fear of change. Reframing change as growth. Fear of change often arises because the ego perceives it as a loss of stability. Shift your perspective by viewing change as a natural and necessary part of growth. Ask yourself, what new opportunities could arise from this change? How will aligning with my higher self enrich my life? Creating a support system. Share your intentions with trusted friends, mentors, or spiritual communities who can offer encouragement and guidance. Knowing you're not alone can ease the fear of transformation. 3. Quieting the ego's voice. Recognizing ego-driven thoughts. The ego often manifests as critical, fearful, or limiting thoughts. Pay attention to patterns such as self-judgment or comparison to others, a sense of urgency or desperation around decisions, fear-based reasoning that discourages risk or growth, disempowering the ego. When you notice ego-driven thoughts, pause and ask, is this thought serving my highest good? What would my higher self say about this situation? Acknowledging the ego's voice without giving it power allows you to refocus on your higher self. 4. Creating space in a busy life. Establishing daily rituals. Even small rituals can help you create moments of connection amidst a busy schedule. Consider morning meditations to set the tone for your day, evening journaling to reflect on insights and release the day's stress, taking mindful breaks during the day to recenter your energy, simplifying your environment. A cluttered physical space can mirror a cluttered mind. Take time to organize and simplify your surroundings, creating a calm environment conducive to spiritual practices. 5. Healing emotional wounds. The role of healing in connection. Unresolved emotional pain can act as a block to your higher self. Healing these wounds allows you to release fear and embrace the love and wisdom within. Steps toward emotional healing. Acknowledge and feel. Suppressed emotions need to be acknowledged to be released. Allow yourself to feel and process them without judgment. Seek support. Working with a therapist, coach, or spiritual mentor can provide tools and guidance for deeper healing. Practice forgiveness. Forgiveness is a powerful way to release past hurts and free yourself from the weight of resentment. 6. Developing patience and perseverance. Trusting the process. Connecting with your higher self is a journey, not a destination. There will be times when the connection feels distant or unclear. Instead of becoming frustrated, trust that every effort you make brings you closer to alignment. Embracing imperfection. Progress may be uneven, and that's okay. Celebrate small victories and be gentle with yourself during setbacks. Growth often comes in unexpected ways. Affirming your commitment to growth. By understanding and addressing these barriers, you empower yourself to stay on the path of connection and alignment. Remember, every challenge you overcome brings you closer to your higher self and your truest potential. In the face of doubt, fear, or resistance, affirm your commitment to this journey. I am worthy of connecting with my higher self. Every step I take brings me closer to my highest truth. I release all that no longer serves me and embrace my divine wisdom. As you continue forward, these affirmations and practices will guide you through challenges, strengthening your connection and illuminating the path ahead. You are capable, and your higher self is always within reach. Chapter 6: Living as Your Higher Self. The ultimate goal of connecting with your higher self is to embody its wisdom, love, and authenticity in your everyday life. Living as your higher self means consistently aligning your thoughts, words, and actions with your highest truth. This chapter explores how to integrate this divine connection into your daily experiences, empowering you to live with purpose, clarity, and joy. What it means to live as your higher self. Living as your higher self is not about being perfect or free of challenges. Instead, it's about authenticity, acting in alignment with your true self rather than societal expectations or external pressures. Intuition-led choices, trusting and acting on the guidance of your higher self. Resilience, navigating life's ups and downs with grace, trust, and inner strength. Compassion, extending love and understanding to yourself and others. By embracing these principles, you become a reflection of the higher self's wisdom in the world. Aligning your daily actions with your higher self. To live as your higher self, begin by intentionally aligning your everyday choices with its guidance. 1. Start your day with intention. Upon waking, take a moment to connect with your higher self. Set a clear intention for the day, such as, "Today, I will act with kindness and integrity," or "I trust my higher self to guide me through the day." 2. Practice mindful decision-making. Before making decisions, pause and ask, "Oh, does this align with my values? Oh, what would my higher self choose in this situation?" Trust your intuition, even when the choice feels unfamiliar or outside your comfort zone. 3. Embody gratitude and presence. Engage fully in the present moment, appreciating the beauty and lessons it offers. Practicing gratitude helps keep you aligned with the abundance of your higher self. Embracing challenges as opportunities for growth. Even when living as your higher self, challenges will arise. What changes is how you approach and respond to them. Reframing challenges. View obstacles as opportunities to deepen your connection with your higher self. Ask, "What is this situation teaching me?" Or, "How can I respond in alignment with my highest truth?" Staying grounded during difficult times. Use tools like meditation, journaling, or breathwork to recenter when faced with stress or uncertainty. Remind yourself that your higher self has infinite wisdom and strength to guide you through any challenge. Living with compassion and connection. As you embody your higher self, your relationships with others transform. You begin to interact with the world from a place of love, compassion, and understanding, seeing others through the lens of your higher self. Recognize that everyone is on their own unique journey. Approach conflicts or misunderstandings with patience and empathy, balancing boundaries and compassion. Living as your higher self doesn't mean tolerating unhealthy behaviors. Set boundaries that honor your values while maintaining compassion for others. Manifesting your highest potential. Your higher self holds the blueprint for your greatest potential. By aligning with it, you naturally begin to manifest the life you were meant to live. Living your purpose. Reflect on how your actions align with your higher self's guidance. Pursue passions and goals that bring you fulfillment and align with your authentic self. Attracting abundance. When you live authentically, You align with the flow of universal energy, attracting opportunities, relationships, and experiences that resonate with your higher self. Spreading light and inspiration. Living as your higher self isn't just about your personal journey, it's also about uplifting those around you. When you embody your higher self, you naturally inspire others to connect with their own, being a beacon for others. Share your experiences and insights with authenticity and humility. Offer encouragement and support to those seeking their own connection with their higher self. Creating ripple effects. Every time you act from your higher self, you contribute to a greater collective awakening. Your actions inspire others to live more authentically and purposefully. The journey is ongoing. Living as your higher self is not a final destination. It is a continuous process of growth, reflection, and alignment. You may have moments of disconnection, but each one is an opportunity to reconnect more deeply. Daily affirmations to stay aligned. I am a living expression of my higher self. Every choice I make reflects my highest truth. I trust my higher self to lead me toward my greatest good. Celebrating your progress. Acknowledge and celebrate the moments when you live in alignment with your higher self. Each act of authenticity and compassion brings you closer to your true purpose, becoming the light you seek. By living as your higher self, you become a radiant example of what it means to live authentically, intuitively, and compassionately. You not only transform your own life, but also inspire and uplift the world around you. The more you embody your higher self, the more you realize that you are not separate from it. You are your higher self. This profound truth empowers you to live fully, love deeply, and shine brightly in all that you do. Chapter 7. Deepening the connection. As you progress on your journey of connecting with your higher self, you'll find that the bond deepens over time. This chapter explores advanced practices and perspectives to strengthen and sustain this sacred connection, allowing you to access even greater levels of wisdom, clarity, and alignment. Understanding the evolution of connection. The relationship with your higher self is dynamic, evolving as you grow. Initial connection. Early stages may involve simple practices like mindfulness or meditation to open the door to communication. Strengthening the bond. As you gain trust in your higher self, you become more attuned to its guidance in your everyday life. A deep integration. Over time, your higher self becomes an intrinsic part of your identity, shaping your thoughts, actions, and beliefs. Deepening the connection is about moving from occasional glimpses of your higher self to living as a fully aligned expression of it. 1. Creating sacred rituals for connection. Rituals help create a consistent, intentional space for communion with your higher self. Morning and evening rituals. Morning. Begin your day with a ritual that grounds and aligns you, such as lighting a candle, meditating, or setting intentions. Evening. Reflect on your day with gratitude and ask your higher self for insights or guidance before sleep. Sacred space creation. Designate a physical space where you feel connected and inspired. Fill it with items that resonate with your higher self, such as crystals, sacred symbols, or meaningful objects. 2. Strengthening the inner dialogue. The voice of your higher self becomes clearer as you practice active communication. Asking powerful questions. Deepen your conversations by asking reflective and transformative questions such as, what do I need to release to grow closer to my true self? What lesson is this current situation teaching me? How can I embody my highest potential in this moment? Journaling as a dialogue tool. Write down questions for your higher self and allow your intuition to guide the answers. Over time, this practice sharpens your ability to discern its voice. 3. Exploring advanced meditation practices. Meditation remains one of the most effective ways to deepen your connection with your higher self. Visualization journeys. Imagine meeting your higher self in a serene setting. Ask it questions and visualize receiving guidance in symbolic forms or direct messages. Expanded awareness practices. Focus on connecting with the collective consciousness and universal energy to strengthen your awareness of your higher self's infinite nature. Extended silence. Dedicate longer periods to silent meditation, allowing your mind to settle into deeper states of awareness where the higher self's voice can emerge clearly. 4. Healing deep emotional layers. Deepening your connection often involves healing emotional wounds or releasing limiting beliefs. Shadow work. The shadow represents the parts of yourself you've repressed or denied. Integrating these aspects allows for greater self-acceptance, clearing the way for a stronger connection with your higher self. Reflect on fears or judgments that arise and explore their origins. Practice compassion for all parts of yourself, even those you struggle to embrace. Energetic clearing. Release stagnant energy through practices like breathwork, sound healing, or energy cleansing rituals to keep your connection vibrant and clear. 5. Exploring higher realms of consciousness. As your connection deepens, you may experience access to higher states of consciousness and spiritual dimensions. Connecting with guides and ancestors. Your higher self can act as a bridge to connect you with spiritual guides, ancestors, or angelic beings. Use meditation or dreams to seek their wisdom and support. Dream work. Dreams are a rich source of guidance from your higher self. Keep a dream journal to capture insights, symbols, and messages that emerge during sleep. Sacred plant medicine or retreats. For those drawn to spiritual exploration, sacred plant medicine ceremonies or meditation retreats can provide profound experiences of unity with your higher self and the universe. 6. Living in alignment with universal energy. The more you connect with your higher self, the more you align with the flow of universal energy. Synchronicity as a sign of connection. When you notice synchronicities, view them as affirmations that you are aligned with your higher self. Reflect on what they may be guiding you toward. Service and purpose. Deepening your connection often leads to a greater sense of purpose and desire to serve others. Use your unique gifts and talents to uplift those around you, creating a ripple effect of positive energy. 7. Staying committed to growth. Even as the connection deepens, there will be times when the voice of your higher self feels faint or distant. Navigating periods of disconnection. Remember that disconnection is temporary and part of the journey. Use grounding practices such as nature walks or gratitude exercises to realign. Commitment to continuous learning. Stay open to new practices, teachers, and experiences that enrich your spiritual growth. The journey with your higher self is ever-evolving. Affirmations for deepening the connection. Use affirmations to reinforce your commitment to connecting with your higher self. I am deeply connected to the wisdom of my higher self. My higher self guides me with clarity, love, and purpose. I embrace every aspect of my journey with grace and trust. Becoming the highest expression of yourself. Deepening your connection with your higher self transforms your life. It allows you to live with greater authenticity, peace, and alignment with your purpose. As you continue this journey, remember, the connection you seek is already within you. Every step forward brings you closer to embodying the divine wisdom and unconditional love of your higher self. This connection is your birthright, your guiding light, and the essence of who you truly are. Chapter 8. Testimonials and Real-Life Stories. The journey of connecting with the higher self is deeply personal, yet universally transformative. Hearing the experiences of others can provide inspiration, encouragement, and practical insights for your own path. This chapter shares testimonials and real-life stories from individuals who have embraced their higher self and transformed their lives. Testimonial 1. From Overwhelm to Clarity. Maria's story. Maria, a corporate executive, struggled with constant stress and a lack of direction despite her outward success. Feeling disconnected from her purpose, she began exploring meditation to calm her mind. Through consistent practice, Maria experienced moments of profound inner peace where she felt guided by a loving, wise presence, her higher self. Over time, she noticed a shift in her decision-making. She began trusting her intuition, setting healthier boundaries at work, and prioritizing her passions. In Maria's words, "Connecting with my higher self has given me clarity I never thought possible. I no longer feel like I'm running on autopilot. My life feels purposeful, and I trust that I'm exactly where I need to be. Testimonial 2. Healing emotional pain. David's story. David had carried unresolved grief after the loss of a close friend. He turned to journaling and guided meditations to connect with his higher self, hoping to find healing. In one meditation, he visualized his higher self embracing him with unconditional love, assuring him that his friend's essence was eternal. This experience brought David deep comfort and the courage to forgive himself for not saying goodbye properly. In David's words, "My higher self taught me how to release the guilt and pain I had held onto for years. I've made peace with my past, and now I feel more open to love and joy in the present." Testimonial 3. Discovering life purpose. Priya's story. Priya, a teacher, felt unfulfilled despite a stable career and supportive relationships. She often wondered if there was more to life than her daily routine. During a silent meditation retreat, Priya experienced a vivid connection with her higher self. She received a clear message. She was meant to inspire and empower women through storytelling. Taking this guidance to heart, Priya began writing and eventually published a book that resonated with countless readers. In Priya's words, "Listening to my higher self helped me uncover my true calling. I now live each day knowing I'm contributing to something meaningful." Testimonial 4. Overcoming fear of change. Carlos's journey. Carlos had long felt trapped in an unfulfilling job, but the fear of financial instability held him back from making a change. After attending a workshop on connecting with the higher self, Carlos began visualizing his ideal life and asking his higher self for guidance. One night, he dreamt of standing confidently in a vibrant office space filled with creative energy. Inspired, he updated his CV and began applying to roles that aligned with his passions. Within months, he landed a job that not only matched his skills, but also allowed him to thrive creatively. Lesson from Carlos. Trusting my higher self gave me the courage to take risks. I now realize that fear is temporary, but alignment brings lasting fulfillment. Testimonial 5. Strengthening intuition. Aisha's journey. Aisha always felt a subtle inner voice guiding her, but often dismissed it in favor of logic. After a period of intense personal challenges, she committed to strengthening her connection with her higher self through daily meditation and breath work. Over time, Aisha noticed her intuition growing stronger. She started recognizing synchronicities in her life and trusting the guidance she received. This newfound trust led her to reconnect with an estranged family member, an act that brought healing and joy to both their lives. Lesson from Aisha. My higher self reminded me that the answers I seek are already within. Listening to that inner voice has transformed my relationships and deepened my sense of peace. Testimonial 6. Transforming everyday life. Liam's journey. Liam, a single father, often felt overwhelmed by the demands of balancing work and parenthood. Feeling disconnected from himself, he started incorporating mindful breathing exercises and gratitude journaling into his daily routine. As Liam connected more deeply with his higher self, he began to view his challenges as opportunities to grow and learn. He also found creative ways to bond with his child, strengthening their relationship. Lesson from Liam. The connection with my higher self helped me shift my mindset from surviving to thriving. I now approach life with gratitude and a deeper sense of joy. Reflections on shared stories. These testimonials and real-life stories highlight a universal truth. The higher self is always available to guide, comfort, and inspire. The experiences of others show that no matter where you are on your journey, connecting with your higher self can bring clarity, healing, and transformation. Use these stories as reminders that you are not alone and that the connection you seek is within reach. Trust in your path and know that your higher self is always guiding you toward your highest potential. Conclusion: embracing your divine connection. The journey of connecting with your higher self is a profound and transformative experience, one that leads to deeper self-awareness, inner peace, and a more meaningful life. Throughout this book, we've explored how to establish, strengthen, and deepen your connection with your higher self, as well as the powerful impact it can have on your everyday life. By now, you've learned how to recognize your higher self's presence through quiet moments of introspection and spiritual practice. Align your thoughts and actions with the wisdom of your higher self, allowing it to guide you toward authentic living. Embody your true self by embracing love, compassion, and inner knowing in all that you do. Deepen the connection by committing to rituals, practices, and emotional healing, creating a more sustained and integrated experience of your higher self. Living in alignment. The connection to your higher self is not a destination, but a journey, one that evolves and expands over time. It is a continuous process of growth, learning, and deepening awareness. There will be times when you feel fully aligned, and other times when you experience moments of doubt or disconnection. This is part of the process. Each time you reconnect, you strengthen the bond and gain more clarity and insight. As you continue to embody your higher self, you will begin to live in alignment with your true purpose. Your actions, choices, and relationships will flow more harmoniously, and you'll experience a greater sense of fulfillment and peace. You'll find yourself making decisions that are in tune with your highest potential, trusting that the guidance you receive from your higher self is always leading you in the right direction. Trusting the process. Trust that your higher self is always there, guiding you through every challenge, every joy, and every step along the way. It is the unshakable, loving force within you that sees beyond fear, doubt, and limitations. By continuing to nurture this connection, you can transform your life into one of true authenticity, peace, and alignment. Remember, the journey is not about being perfect. It's about being present, being authentic, and being aligned with the divine wisdom that resides within you. The more you connect with your higher self, the more you become a living expression of the love, wisdom, and potential that exists at the core of your being. A call to action. Now that you've learned how to connect with your higher self, it's time to put these teachings into practice. Begin with the tools, rituals, and techniques that resonate most with you. Whether it's daily meditation, journaling, or simply taking moments of stillness to listen to your inner voice, commit to the practices that allow you to stay connected to your true self. As you do, know that you are not alone. You are always supported by the wisdom of your higher self, guiding you toward your highest good. Trust the journey and take each step with the knowing that you are on the path of becoming your most authentic and powerful self. Your higher self is waiting for you to embrace its wisdom, to trust its guidance, and to live fully in alignment with your true purpose. Step forward with confidence, knowing that every choice you make from this point on is an expression of your highest truth. You are already whole. You're already enough. You are already connected to the divine within you. It is time to live as your higher self.